Well, I've asked myself this question. Why would several hundred scooter folk, scooter enthusiasts, travel the country to come here, to Wigan? Wigan, oh well, I reckon it's probably become for them famous mint balls. Maybe not, maybe the pies. Could be that fancy new football stadium they've just built. I know what it is, of course, it's the famous Wigan Pier. Well, actually, it's none of those, no. They've come on an open day, to an open day, I might say, an open day at ESP Scooters in Wigan. And it's the home of Eric Tudor, who happens to be the bloke who you can buy every conceivable bolt-on bit and piece for your scooter, old and new. So they come along and they buy a few bits at a bargain price with a bit of luck, and also they then have a little drink, soft and alcoholic, if they're not riding the scooters, of course, have a play on the bouncy castle. That's, of course, if they're under the age of 12 and they take the shoes off, they can have a burger, all free of charge, or a hot dog. It's great, it's just generally a fun open day. You can't come to an event like this and not talk to the man who's behind it all. This is Eric Tudor. Now I know you run what I would describe as a scooter shop, but not a scooter shop as in like you buy a new one and you sell a new one. You create them, you build them, and people come along and buy them off you. But you've run this event today. What possesses you to attract several hundred people and supply them with several hundred burgers?
Well, when you've been in foot scooters as long as I have, I mean, I've been in it since I was 12, so it's a way of life with me. And like, you put these events on once a year to appreciate the people what come in your shop buying, because after all, they pay your wages.
Great. So in other words, it's like a word of thanks.
Yeah.
Great.
You put it on, free burgers, free ale. They can come down, meet other people, they get know different people, and we have a bit of a do on at night as well. So,
oh dear.
Yeah. So
well, you didn't invite me to that. Is there a reason for that?
Oh, not really. Slipped me, man, I've been that busy.
Oh yeah, thanks.
But, But you know, it's just got a put back for something what we're taking out.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I think it's a very good reason for doing it. I think very few people do it, and I admire you for it. But I mean, everyone's talking about you, about the stuff you supply them with. I needed a such and such a mat. I couldn't get one. I spent 8 years looking for it, but Eric got me one. I mean, where on earth do you get all your blinking stuff from?
well, you know, when you're going on holiday, you'll probably be one of these people, lie down on a sunline.
Oh, you know me well.
Right.
They often drag me back into sea.
I'm not. I never lose this, you see. I just keep going into different shops and everything, see if they've got it, and if they've got it, I'll fetch it back with me. So all these little parts when I do get, it's because I go abroad, not for an holiday, actually to scavenge
Does
parts.
the wife know that when you tell her,
She hates me for me. She hates it for me. Well, hates me for doing it.
Yeah,
like,
well, I can understand that. Yeah.
Well, no matter where I go, I'm always on the lookout for
And it's a
stuff.
family thing, this, I know, because your lad's cooking the burgers and the girls are running around opening the buns and everybody's chipping in.
Yeah, well, my family, as in my dad and they was all into scooters, so it's like just come down, all my family, even my little girl, what's 7, like, she's well into it, you know, she's got 2 scooters
She's
of
got
her own.
flipping choice, hasn't she? Really?
No, well, no, not really.
And your Stacey's got that lovely silver, is it?
Yeah, GS, yeah.
She won't let me on it, is it? You know?
No, she'll not even let me on it, and I built it for her. She was the first to drive it.
Well, honestly.
She won't let me go on it.
Well, the keys are in it, actually.
I was surprised she let Fan on it that time.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
That's
But
it.
nonetheless, I think what you're doing is great, and obviously, presumably your plan is to do it every year.
Yeah, we do it once a year, yeah.
Because there'll be a lot of people that come to this will be they'll be sick as a chip if you didn't invite them back the next year.
Well, I don't invite them. You know,
Yeah.
it's up to them. They're more than anybody bikers. I mean, we have a lot of bikers what come as well. There has been bikes here today.
Yeah, that's
anybody's welcome. It's just a fun day. Balloons, bouncy castle, face painting, whatever we could think of, we'll do it for the kids and that, you know.
Yeah,
So it's a family atmosphere. It's not like, you know, all men or all women. It's a really family do, like.
Excellent. Well, we won't keep you anymore, because there's people queuing up there for bits and pieces, and you're the one who knows what fits what and where it goes.
I'm going queuing up for some burgers now.
Oh yeah. Do you think you need it?
Oh well,
No,
yeah. I've sweated in there today, so I'm going to have a burger.
That's your just reward. Nice one, Eric. Thanks very much, mate. Cheers.
Bye.
So I did say there was some serious scoots here for us to have a look at, and this is certainly no exception. What is very evident is the paint job. Now, Carl owns this scoot, but I do know he didn't actually paint it. But nonetheless, it is a credit to you. But you've done everything else, haven't you?
Yeah, everything else. Built it from scratch. All I got was a paintwork as it was.
Yeah. Was it a bit of a mess when you got it then, the original scoot?
Well, no, originally it came just the panel work and the frame. And then everything else I've had to want down and build it from there.
Right then. And you're obviously an enthusiast then. Is this a rekindled enthusiasm or a lifelong friend?
Well, I was doing it for since I was 15.
Yeah.
And I had a break off when I got married. A few years off, then got back into it.
And you love it, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a lifestyle thing, is this scoot like?
Well, it is, and it's a way of life.
But I mean, something like this to me deserves to be a pride of place in the lounge at home, polished, untouched, under spotlight. But you love it so much, you ride it all the time.
Oh yeah, it's like I say, why pay X amount of pounds like to build them and sit them in your garage all weekend?
Well, I'll give you that.
Well,
I agree with you.
Fair play, I do keep it in the dining room.
Do you really?
Keep
Is that
it in
where
the
it
house.
lives?
It lives in the house. Lives in my dining room.
I suppose most men say that they go to bed with the bikes and the scooters. Well, your next best thing is you take it for a meal every now and again and stick it in the dining room.
Lives in my dining room.
Now this is a credit to John and Lillian Banks here, because not only is it beautiful, but you can see it's beautiful, it's actually started life naked. And then you found everything to go on it, John. Tell us a bit about it.
That's right. It took about 8 years. It started off as a standard Lambretta 150, and it's upgraded now with a bigger engine in it, more powerful engine, and just about every accessory that you can possibly
Well, I'd agree
find.
with you there. Fine, yeah.
A lot of chroming work and a lot of searching and travelling around finding rare bits and bobs over the years.
A lot of pleasure, presumably, doing
lot of
that.
pleasure.
You meet a lot of friends doing that.
Yeah.
We go to the Isle of Wight.
Yeah.
We know all the people who sell.
See, most people would go down to the local accessory shop and say, I'll have one of them.
No.
But you can't do that, can you?
No, you
Auto
can't.
jumble.
No, it's really rare stuff.
And places like Eric's.
Oh yeah, stores
Yeah.
like this, whereby obviously, but someone like, they know so much about what they're doing, don't they? You can say, I want such and such a thing, and to my surprise, amongst that lot in there, which is just a hovel, he pulls out, that's what you want, isn't it? It amazes me.
Yeah.
But that's
right.
because you guys, like Eric and like you guys, you know what you're doing.
That's
But
right.
does that knowledge come from just of recent, or is it accumulated over years?
Well, no, I did have a lot of knowledge in being an original mod from about 1965. I was really into the scooter scene then, and I knew exactly how they looked from original, so I'd got that blueprint, if you will, having owned them the first time round, so I knew exactly what I was looking for. But I'm still learning now. It amazes me even now that there's stuff that I can find that I hadn't even seen in the 60s.
Right, yeah.
So I'm still learning.
And the wonderful thing about Tiggers is this. Tigger didn't paint it, but Tigger's a member of the artwork on it. Mark, tell us a bit about this, because it didn't start life quite like this, did it?
No, it was a green T5 and got knocked off August bank holiday weekend, drunk driver. So I decided to strip it all down and rebuild it, and the wife's a mad Tigger up, so that's where the theme come from.
Ah, right, and that's what it is. So she's part of that instigation, the Tigger bit. I don't want to linger on the horrible thought of you being knocked off, but like you've rebuilt the scooter and done an absolutely fantastic job of it. What about yourself? Did you sustain an injury at all?
Yeah, I broke my collarbone and I broke my shoulder. But, previous to that, I got knocked off in '85 and I broke my back and my tib and fib as well on a scooter.
Hang on a minute here, Mark. Now, just run this by me. You're still enthusiastic to go riding them, but you've had these things.
Yeah.
So obviously you must be passionate about it all.
Can't explain to people what it's like. I suppose a drug addict would understand.
Is that right? It's really as addictive as that, is it?
Oh yeah.
It's the lifestyle, the people,
Oh yeah.
everybody.
People. You never meet better people.
Yeah.
Wherever you go, somebody wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to be your friend. Somebody wants to know where you're from.
It is true to say that amongst scooter people, there's no Billy no mates, is there?
No.
Everybody will chip in and help each other out.
Everybody is everybody's mate, and that's it.
Well, tell us a bit more about this now then. Is it standard in every other way apart from the artwork then?
It's a P2 frame. It's a T5 engine with a Molossi kit. It's got a 21 tooth Corsa clutch and it's been upjetted with a PM exhaust.
Right, we're some top spec then.
Yeah.
So it'll go quite well, obviously.
Yeah, it'll
Did
go.
it stop all right? Because you're not a slight of a lad, are you? Early, you know.
Got good brakes,
Has it?
Gives Tigger the bounce.
Excellent. There we are, look at that. Nice bit of artwork there from the Salford Scooter Club, the Salford Knights. Phil, just turn around and tell us a bit about this here scooter yours? Because you've just won a trophy, haven't you? What's the trophy for?
Best Lambretta.
Best Lambretta.
Yep.
And very deserved as well. It's beautiful. Have you done the job yourself?
No, it was done for me by a guy in Rochdale. He's done a real good job. It's an original 1967
Right.
SX200.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's been fully restored.
Yeah,
So,
well, it's beautiful. Have you owned it for very long then?
I've had it a year and a half now.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
do you ride it regular?
I ride it regular. Yeah,
Yeah.
dead regular. I use it for work every day and
You
everything.
know, that's something I've noticed now. People have got these fantastic scoots and everything, customised and mirrored up, and in this case, all original. And you use them on a daily basis.
Oh yeah. Well, there's no point. I buy it to use.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no point just put it in a van, taking it to a show.
You're not going to tell me even if it's chucking down, you know?
Oh, aye. Oh, all through the winter,
Flipping heck.
mate.
You must
All
spend
through the-
hours cleaning it then.
Well, that's it. The wife goes mad.
Does she?
She doesn't see me.
Doesn't see her.
I
My
know.
wife would be over the moon with me if I got one of these then.
Aye.
So you're proud of your trophy?
Very much. It's
Have you
another
won
one.
others? Have you-
I've got 4 now.
Have you now?
Yeah, all for the same sort of thing. Best Lambretta.
Yeah, yeah.
Best Lambretta one.
Yeah, excellent.
Yep.
And this club you're a member of then, what do you do? Go on rallies and
We go
runs?
rallies every Sunday. We always have ride outs.
Yeah.
Go all over the place. I'm off to
Excellent.
Tenby soon. All the
Yeah.
way down to Tenby.
On this?
On this, that's 200 mile there, 200 mile back.
I hope you've got
Overnight.
like an extra sponge for the seat there. I, can tell you. I mean, my seat's fairly sponged already, you know.
Well, I've
packed out
got,
with
you get a hard ass.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, you get a hard ass.
Immune
actually.
to these.
You're immune to it. Yeah,
Excellent.
yeah.
Nice one, mate. Well
All
done.
right, thanks
10
very
out of
much.
10.
Cheers. Thanks a lot.